So we'll start in the sitting position. Cross your ankles. Hands back of your knees, palms facing up. Lower your chin to chest. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Now open your eyes and take your arms all the way up, interlace your fingers, and take your arms to the right. Come back to center, take your arms all the way over to the left. Come back to center, separate your hands, take your hands outside your knees as you lift your knees. Uncross your ankles and we come into that hands and knees position. Knees hip width apart. Bring your hips back to your heels. Rest your chest on your thighs. Lower your forehead down. Come back up to hands and knees. Now bring your hips forward and look up. Come back to center. Take your right leg back, left arm forward. Lower your left hand down. Take your right leg wide and lower. Take hold of that weight in your right hand as you take your right arm up to the sky. Take your right arm underneath your left arm, so your palm should be facing up. Bring that right elbow back. Now take your right arm forward. Your fingers are facing down. Bend your right elbow, lower your right. Weight down, right hand down, and take your right leg all the way over and cross it over your left leg. You look towards that right foot. So you're sort of twisting your body. You feel that twist on your right side. Take your left hand to the back of your left thigh, or right thigh, sorry. So it's a deeper twist. Now release your left hand. Take hold of your weight in your left hand and take your left arm underneath your right. Bring your left elbow back. Take your left arm forward. Bend your left elbow, lower your weight down, lower your left hand down, uncross your right leg and bring your right knee back onto the mat. Right arm forward, left leg back. Lower your right hand, take your left leg wide and lower. Take that weight into your left hand, bend your left elbow, straighten your left arm up to the sky. Bend your left elbow, now take your left arm underneath your right. Bend your left elbow, now take your left arm forward. Bend your left elbow, lower that weight down, left hand down. Cross your left leg over your right. You look towards that left foot. Bring your right hand back of your left thigh. So we're in that twist. Take hold of your weight in your right hand and you take your right arm forward. Bend your right elbow, lower your right weight down, right hand down, uncross your left leg, bend your left knee, lower it down. Hips back to your heels, chest to thighs, forehead down. Come back up to hands and knees. Let's do another set like that. So right leg back, left arm forward. Lower your left hand down, right leg wide, lower. Take hold of that weight, bend your right elbow, straighten your right arm up. Bend your right elbow, right arm underneath your left. Bring that right elbow back, taking it forward again. Bend your right elbow, lower your weight, lower your hand, cross your right leg over your left foot. Take your left hand to the back of your right thigh. Take hold of that weight in your left hand. Now take it forward. You miss it on the other side. Bend your left elbow. Take it underneath your right arm. Bend your right elbow. Lower that weight down. Left hand down. Uncross your right leg. Lower your right knee down. Right arm forward. Left leg back. Lower your right hand. Left leg wide and lower. Take hold of that weight in your left hand. Bend your left elbow. Straighten it up. Bend your left elbow. Take your left arm underneath your right. Bend your left elbow. Lower that weight down. Left hand down. Cross your left leg over your right. Let's twist. Look at your left foot. Right hand to the back of your left thigh. Take hold of that weight in your right hand. Now take it forward. Bend your right elbow. Take your right arm underneath your left. Bend your right elbow. Lower that weight down. Right hand down. Uncross your left leg. Bend your left knee. Take your knees out wide. Toes together. Hips back. Chest to thighs. We're in that child pose position. Forehead down. Come up to hands and knees, tuck your toes. We're in downward dog. First downward dog, let's walk our dog. Lifting up one heel, lowering the other. For 3, 2, 1. Now lift both heels up, press both heels towards the mat. Eye gaze in between your hands, let's lower to plank. Hips back up to sky for downward dog. Lower to plank. Lower your knees, untuck your toes, hips back to your heels, chest to thighs, forehead down. Come up to hands and knees, tuck your toes, we're in downward dog. Look forward, step or jump halfway up your mat. Keep your knees slightly bent, take hold of weights in either hands. Your feet should be hip width apart. Slowly start to lift your chest, keep your knees slightly bent, you bend your elbows, your chest is forward. Take your arms back and bring it in. For 3, in. For 2, in. Now come all the way up, take your arms up to the sky. You bend your elbows. Straighten your arms up. You bend, this time you lift your right knee. Take your right leg back, straighten your arms. You're going to lower that right foot all the way down. You bend your elbows, keep your left knee bent. Chest towards your left thigh, straighten your arms. Bend your elbows, keep your chest forward. Straighten. And bend. Now lift your back heel, step it forward. Come all the way up, arms up. Bend your elbows. Straighten. This time when you bend, lift your left knee. Take your left leg back. Straighten your arms. Bend your elbows, left leg all the way back of the mat. Now you bend your right knee. Chest towards your left side. Straighten your arms. And bend. Lift your chest, take your arms up. And bend. Now lift your back heel. Step your left foot forward. Straighten your arms. And bend. Lift your chest, take your arms all the way up. Lift your heels. Bend your elbows. Take your arms out wide. And bring it in. Arms wide. And in. Chest to thighs, arms back. And bring it in. Lift your chest, arms up. And bend. Arms up. As you bend, you lift your right knee, step your right leg back, all the way back of the mat. You're going to take your left arm down, right arm up, still holding those weights. Now you're going to bend your right elbow and bring that weight onto your right waist. So you're holding the weight, your fingers are on your weight, on your waist, left hand on your left thigh. And really try and bring that right elbow back as you open your chest. Look up to the sky. Now straighten your left leg as you see if you can lower your hand now down inside of your left foot. So your fingers are on the mat, you're still holding that weight. For 3, 2, 1. Bend your left knee. Release that weight on your right waist. Start to rotate your chest. Step your right foot forward. Take your left leg back. Swap sides now. So your left arm is on your left thigh. Take your left arm up to the sky. Then you bend your left elbow as you bring that left hand onto your left waist. For 3, 2, 1. Straighten your right leg as you lower your right hand inside of your right foot. Bend your right knee. Start to rotate your chest. Lift your back heel. Step it forward. Lower your weights down. Hands onto the mat. Step or jump back to downward dog. Let's hold. 3, 2, 1. Lower to plank. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Now side plank. Bring your left hand into the middle. Roll to the right side. Now take hold of your weight in your right hand as you straighten your right arm up. Now I want you to bend your right elbow as you lower your hips all the way down. You're going to lift your hips, straighten your right arm. You bend your right elbow, you lower your waist down. Should be facing sideways. Lift your hips, right arm up. Last one, bend your right elbow, lower your waist. Lower your hips. Last one, you lift, straighten your right arm up. Bend your right elbow as you lower that weight down. Come back to plank. Right hand in the middle, move to twist to the left side. Take hold of the weight in your left hand. Straighten your left arm up. As you bend your elbow, you lower your hips down. You lift. Straighten your arm up. You bend your elbow, lower your hips. You lift. Straighten your left arm up. Last one, bend your left elbow, lower your hips. And then you lift. Lower your weight down. Come back to plank. And let's hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees, untuck your toes, hips back to your heels, chest to thighs, forehead down. Come up to hands and knees, tuck your toes, downward dog. Let's step halfway up your mat. Feet hip width apart. Forward fold. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1. Now take hold of your big toes. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Now take your left hand outside of your right ankle and stretch your right arm up to the sky. So you can have your knees slightly bent or straight. You choose. Now bring your right hand outside your left ankle, left arm up. Release your left hand down. Now I want you to take hold of one weight in both hands as you slowly start to lift your chest all the way up, arms to the sky. Lift your heels. Lower your heels, take that weight behind you. Arms up to the sky, lift your heels again. Lower your heels, weight to your chest, lift your right knee. Take that right leg back, straighten your arms. Bend your elbows as you bring that right knee up, cross over for that funky chair, take a bow. Bicep curls for 3, 2, 1. Now cross that right leg all the way over. Elbows tucked either side of your body. See if you can lower your chest. So you rest your chest on your thighs. For 3, 2, 1. Lift your chest slightly. Uncross that right leg. Come all the way up. Arms up. Lift your heels. Lower your heels. Weight behind you. Arms up. Lift your heels again. Lower your heels. Weight to your chest. You lift your left knee. Take that left leg back. Straighten your arms. As you bend your elbows, you bring that left knee up and you cross it over for that funky chair. Take a bow, bicep curls for 3, 2, 1. Cross it all the way over, toes down or wrapped around your right ankle, elbows in, chest to your thighs. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Now keep your chest low. You're just going to uncross that left leg. Step your right leg back and twist right elbow over your left knee. So holding on to that weight. For 3, 2, 1. Come to center. Keep your chest low. Step your right foot forward. Left leg back. Left elbow over your right knee. Come to center. Step that left foot forward. Release your weight. Hands onto the mat. Step or jump back to downward dog. Lower to plank. Lower your knees on your chest. Upward dog. Downward dog. Going to step halfway up your mat, but your feet should be as wide as your mat. Bring your heels in, toes out. Take hold of that weight in both hands. Start to bend your knees. If you come into that squat, shoulders inside your knees. Cradle that weight. Let's do those bicep curls again. For 3, 2, 1. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips. Let's rotate those knees. So your right foot is in front of your left thigh and twist behind you. Come back to center. Rotate your knees again. Let's go the other way. So your left foot should be in front of your right thigh. Twist behind you. Come back to center. Let's rotate again. This is a really good hip opener. Twist. Come back to center. Left, last one on the other side. Twist. Come back to center. Release that weight. Cross your ankle. You bring your knees together. Let's come up to downward dog. Lower to plank. Lower your knees on your chest. Upward dog. Downward dog. Look forward. Step or jump forward to your hands. Take a seat. Want you to take hold of that weight again. So one weight in both hands. Feet hip width apart, elbows in. Elbows in, start to bring your back towards the mat, straighten your arms. As you bring your chest forward, you bring your elbows to your chest. So we come back and up. Back and up. Make sure you engage your core. Back, hold for 3, 2, 1, and up. Back, this time straighten out your right leg. As you bend your elbow, lift that right leg. And lower. Lift. And lower. Bend your right foot, chest to your thighs. Lean back, lift your left leg. Bend your elbows, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Last one, lift. Bend your left knee, left foot onto the mat. Release your weight. Hands either side of your hips. Bring your hips back. Legs out in front. Forward fold. Take hold of your big toes. Bring both hands onto your right leg as you bend your right knee. Lower that right knee down so right foot is inside of your left thigh. Lift your hips and you just bring that right knee back. Chest towards your left leg. Flex your left foot, take hold of your left foot. Now leave your left hand on your left toes as you take your right arm behind you and you take your right arm over your head. So you're taking that right leg back, so you're making like a circle, so you're opening up that right shoulder and back over your head. So you slide that right hand or right arm all the way behind you and up and over. For 3, 2, 1. Release. Lift your right knee, straighten your right leg, left knee to your chest. Lower your left knee down, left foot into your right thigh. Hips, just bring that left knee back. Chest towards your right leg. Take hold of your right toes. Leave your right hand over your toes as you slide that left arm back and over. So make sure you're bringing it down. You slide it back and over. Last one, you take it back and over and hold for 3, 2, 1. Release your hands, cross your ankles or your knees together. Come up to hands and knees and then downward dog. You lower to plank. Lower your knees or your chest. Upward dog. Downward dog. Look forward. Step or jump forward to your hands. Take a seat. Once you take hold of that weight again, lift your feet off the mat. Bring your elbows inside of your knees. Toes together. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1. Now see if you can start to straighten your arms. You're going to see if you can bring that weight outside of your feet. Open your knees wider. For 3, 2, 1. Start to release that weight. Bend your elbows. Your toes are still lifted. Release your toes. Bring your feet either side of your mat. Toes facing forward. Chest forward. Shoulders inside your knees. So you're using your arms to pry your knees wider. For 3, 2, 1. Release the weight. Take hold of your big toes. Take your feet even wider. Legs out wide. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Release your left big toe. Rotate your chest towards your right leg and bring both hands onto your right foot or your right shin, wherever it reaches. For 3, 2, 1. Take both hands over to your left foot. And release. Bend both knees. Cross your ankles. Let's come into another low squat. Toes as wide as your mat. Heels in, toes out. Take hold of that weight again. And let's hold. You can rock forward and back this time. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips. Walk your feet in. Release your elbows from your thighs. You're going to lift your right foot off the mat. Straighten your right leg up. Now you're going to take that right leg wide. Bring it back in. And lower your right foot. Straighten your left leg up. Take it wide. Back in. And lower. Now you lift both up and wide. For 3, flex your feet. 2, 1, bring your legs in, lower your feet down. Lower that weight down. Slide both legs away. Bend your right knee. You're going to cross that right foot over your left. And then you bend your left leg. We're in that seated twisted pose. I want you to take hold of that weight again. Left elbow over your right knee. Twist behind you for 3, 2, 1. Come to center. Let's twist the other way. So your right arm is inside of your right knee. The left elbow should be facing back of the room. For 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to take your hand off that weight. You're going to bring the weight behind you. So both hands are behind you. You're holding that weight. Your chest is all. You can slide that right foot so both knees are on top of each other. Chest towards your thighs. So holding that weight behind you. And if possible, you can see if you can lift your arms up behind you. So you're really opening up your shoulder blades. For 3, 2, see if you can take it higher. 1, and then release. Uncross your legs. Bring your hands out in front. And we'll just twist the other way. So now your left foot should be over your right thigh. Holding that weight in your hand. Right elbow over your left knee. So we're twisting that towards the left side. For 3, 2, 1. Now come to center and bring your left left shoulder inside your right knee. And twist towards the right side. And you come to center. Bring that weight behind you. I'm going to slide that left foot so it's closer to your right thigh. Both hands are behind you. Chest towards your thighs. And you lift your arms behind you, taking your shoulder blades back. And slowly lift your chest. Release the weight. Hands behind you. Uncross and bring the soles of your feet together. Arms out in front. Bring your thumbs inside of your toes as you open your feet up for that. Looks like a book. Round your back, elbows to your thighs. Chin to your chest. Shoulders back. For 3, 2, 1. Straighten your back. Take your right hand to your right knee. As you press that right knee down, your left knee lifts. So that right foot is on the side of your left foot. Use your right elbow to pry that right knee down and bring your left elbow, left shoulder inside of your right knee. Opening up your knees wide. You can bring your hands down out in front of you. 3, 2, 1. Now lift your chest. Let's just go the other way. So you press that left knee down, right knee up. Left arm inside your left knee. Right elbow or right arm inside of your right knee. Hands out in front of you. And release your hands. Cross your ankles and bring your knees together as you come up to hands and knees. Let's stay in those hand and knees position. We're just going to do a quick cat-cow. So inhale, you round your back and bring your chin to chest. Exhale, arch, and you look forward. Round your back. Exhale, arch. Round, let's hold that rounded back. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, arch. Bring your back to a neutral spine. Time to wake up. Brilliant. Tuck your toes. Come up to downward dog. Look forward. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Bend your knees. Take a seat. I want you to take hold of that weight in one hand again. Elbows in. Lower your back all the way onto the mat. Take your arms up to the sky. Walk your feet back so your knees are bent. You lift your right leg up to the sky. And as you lower that right leg down, you lift your back off the mat. Straighten your arms. As you take your right leg up, you lower your head back onto the mat. As you lower your right leg, you come up. Make sure your back is flat on the mat. And then you lift, lower your head. One more time, you lower. You lift. Bend your right knee and lower your right foot down. Left leg up. Lower that left leg. You lift. The same thing that you did on the right, you do on the left. You lower, lift your head off the mat. You lift. You lower. You lift. Bend your left knee. Now we'll do both legs. So both legs up to the sky. As you lower, you lift. Up. Lower. Up. Last one. You lower. Bend your knees. Lower your feet onto the mat. Lower your head. Now this time you're going to lift your hips and bring that weight. You're holding that weight in that one weight in both hands underneath your hips. You bring your shoulders onto the mat. So you need to really bring your chest up to the sky. Shoulders are on the mat. And as you lower your hips, you just tap it onto that weight and then you lift. You lower and you lift. You lower. And as you lift, you really squeeze at the top. You lower and you lift. Let's do 2 more. Lower and lift. Last one, you lower. You lift. Release the weight. Lift. Release your weight, your hips onto the mat. Bring your right knee onto your chest. Interlace your hands on that right shin. Left hand on your left thigh. And take your right knee wide. Right arm inside. Take hold of your right big toe and straighten that right leg wide. Bend your right knee. And bring that right foot down. Left knee onto your chest. Interlace your hands on that left shin. Squeeze it to your chest. Right hand on your right thigh as you take your left knee wide. Left arm inside as you take hold of your left big toe and straighten it. Now bend your left knee. Keep hold of that left big toe. And then bend your right knee and take hold of your right big toe. And then open both legs wide. Now I want you to roll to the right side. So your right toes will be down, your left leg is up to the sky. Still holding on to both big toes. Then come back to center. Let's roll over to the left side. So your left toes down, right leg up to the sky. And come back to center. Take both legs in. Release your big toes. Start to bend your knees and bring your feet onto the mat. Slide your legs away. Arms either side of your body, palms facing up. And just close your eyes. We'll stay here for a few breaths. I want you to bring both hands onto your lower belly. And as you inhale, you should see feel the rise and fall of your belly. As you inhale, your belly rises. When you exhale, it falls. Now bend your right knee, place your right foot on the mat. You bend your left knee and place your left foot onto the mat. Right knee onto your chest, left knee onto your chest. Keep your hands onto your knees. You start to straighten your arms as you push your both knees away. Bring your knees back to your chest. Open both knees wide, soles of your feet together. Bring both knees in, bend your elbows, knees to your chest. Push your knees away, open your knees wide. Knees together, bend your elbows, knees to your chest. Now roll both knees to the right side of your body. Bring your right ear down. You're going to roll that left arm behind you. So you take that left arm to the left side and you look towards your left arm. So you should feel that opening up of your left shoulder. You straighten your top leg. You should take hold of that left toes. So your left arm is going one direction and your right arm is going the other. Bring your left arm in. Head back to center. Bend that top knee. Bring your left arm back over your body. As you roll your back onto the mat, roll to the left side. Right arm behind you as you look towards that right arm. And you straighten your top leg. And if possible, take hold of your toes. Bring your right arm in. Head back to center. Bring that top foot in. Bring your right arm back over your body. And you're going to use that right hand to push yourself up back to a seated position. Cross your ankles, but I want you to cross it the opposite way that you would normally cross it. Back of your hands on your knees, palms facing up. Shoulders pressed down. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and down, up and down. Take your arms out wide, palms facing down, and bring your arms behind you and take hold of your opposite elbows and bring your chest forward. Bring that chest over to your right thigh. Come back to center, over to the left. Back to center, lift your chest. Release your arms. Take your arms out in front of you. Interlace your fingers and bring those interlaced fingers underneath your chin. Then you bring your elbows down. Take your elbows all the way up. Your elbows down. And elbows up. Elbows back to center. You take your interlaced hands all the way up. Hands to prayer. Look, thumbs to your forehead. Clarity in thoughts. Slide your lips. Clarity in your words. Your breastbone, take a bow. Rest your elbows on your thighs. Your chin to your fingers. For clarity in your heart. May the light in me honor the light in you. Namaste.